I got my popcorn. It's Bill Cipher! Guys, it's Bill Cipher! He's so cool.
Sorry,
Dude, let's just go for a run. What the fuck are you doing?
I am chilling right now, dude.
You're staying on the couch.
So good, dog.
You wonder why you're sad. Look at you. What are you doing?
That is so fucking good.
You're staying on the couch every single day watching Gravity Falls. What the fuck is Bill Cipher gonna do for you, huh?
Bill Cipher's my daddy, bro.
What are you doing? You're sitting there gaining weight, watching Gravity Falls every single day, not doing anything productive, and you wonder why you're fucking sad.
Bill Cipher gives me everything I ever want in life, dude.
You have a pillow shoved up your fucking...
I told my dog, Holmes.
You don't want to see you're fat, so you make a joke out of it.
This is my dog.
Want to come for a run with me? Huh?
Go for a run, just make me come back down here and go...
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, weirdo.
You want that? No.
I'm gonna go for a run now.
Go for a run, fuck bitch. I see you.
Keep being
walking.
fucking depressed. Fucking hate that
Yeah,
guy.
stop talking to the fucking phone. You're a little bitch. Stupid fucking stupid bitch.
I'm lost. Hey, dog.
Let's sit down. Depression doesn't exist. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else you want me to tell you, but it doesn't. No matter how many therapists you can go through, no matter how many people will tell you that it's a chemical imbalance, it's not. I've come to realize that there's only one way to live my life. One way anyone should live their life, you. And that is constantly working forward towards something. This is me, July 12th, 2021. I might only have my phone right now in the wilderness beside me. I might be investing in some equipment, but the equipment is not going to make me happy. Outside isn't gonna make me happy. I mean, it's pretty shitty outside. The lake right next to me is completely frozen. The trees are all dead. I should feel depressed. And before I started doing this, I did, because I was sitting inside watching Gravity Falls, as a matter of fact, which I know I recorded a skit watching Gravity Falls, and that actually represented me. Represented my conscious versus subconscious telling me to go out and go for a fucking run, and I've done a mile run a day for at least a week now, which is amazing, because it's a mile of running every day, and my endurance keeps just getting better and better and better, and after this I'm gonna go to the gym. I always like getting personal. Like, I would love to practice sales or something, or practice some sort of influence speaking onto you in this video. And there, like, I would have retook that 20 different times and then said it in different ways, put my cadence up on different words, use a different tonality, I don't fucking know, whatever. I'm practicing right now putting my hands in front of the camera because that keeps your attention, because I'm not putting anything flashy up, so the only way to keep your attention is to do quick things like move my hands around and shit. Unless you just like looking at greenery, which everyone does, but these trees are half dead. So it's not like I'm in Florida or something where there's a nice pond behind me, the occasional alligator go woo 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 woo. It's me in a place that I don't want to be, talking about things that I want. And like, yeah, up here, I'm usually depressed. I'm not really that happy with my current state. But that's the thing that people get wrong about depression. Depression doesn't come from where you are. Happiness doesn't come from where you are. It's where you are going to be, where you are striving to be. I become happy whenever I am working towards being the better version of myself. Whenever I am doing stuff like this, which is kind of my purpose right now, is getting the absolute best at YouTube. And in the next few months, in the next half year, in the next year, 2 years, however long it may be for me to fulfill this part of my life, this is going to be it. Monk mode is very interesting right now. I hate winter because everything's dead. But winter is also a sign that, like, fucking spring and summer always shows again no matter what. And taking a vacation doesn't do anything besides serve you a reminder of that. So I think I do belong in this place right now. I do belong where every tree looks dead. And I would like, as I become a better person, as I become a better person socially, like influence-wise, because we're talking about YouTube, I hope that the trees will suddenly start to become green again. And yeah, that sounds cliche, but everything kind of happens for a reason. Depression is just a state of your mentality. It's a state of complacency. No matter what you may think. Yeah. Here we go. My nose is bleeding right now because of my allergies to the air over here, which is why I want to move down to the south. And I don't mind. That's how my body reacts to this. I think it's my body telling my mind, or my mind telling my body to get the fuck out. That's what I think it is. Because there's no way in hell that when everything is dead, when I seem to be at the lowest point in the year, which honestly is like my highest point in the year so far, because it's the beginning and stuff. Also, I've been trying. I've been doing more. I've already gotten my fucking boating's license. I did that all yesterday, that's why I didn't upload anything. And then today, there was just that itch. I don't know how to explain it, but that fucking itch. Not like heroin, not me wanting to shoot myself, not me wanting to go and like snort some cocaine. The itch was for doing something like this, recording, following my purpose. If I was doing anything else, I would be depressed. If I was sitting on that couch right now, I'd be depressed. If I was downstairs gaming, cool, for 10 minutes or so, I'd be having fun with my friends, laughing, we'd be making jokes and shit. But then, all of a sudden, I'd just say, I'm bored. There is not really, like, the top 3 ways. I love how I did quotation marks with 3 fingers. There's not the top 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways to get rid of depression. It doesn't exist. I could have organized the video doing it like that, saying, these are the top 5 ways I cured my depression. But it's not that complicated. It's not that simple. I don't even know, like, which is the right one, simple or complicated? People looking at tips and tricks videos to try and solve their problems. Is that simple or complicated? I feel like it's complicated. People are making this way more complicated than it has to be. Simply go into the fucking wild for like 2 days straight. Honestly. Be with your own thoughts. Stop brainwashing your mind. Stop gaming. Stop distracting yourself from what life actually is. I know right now that the reason I am here right now, right currently, is to make money. Is to get freedom. Because then in the future, I will be able to do all the other things that I want with my purpose life with that wealth. I don't want to talk about shit like the Matrix or any of that bullshit. Obviously, There are systems in place that make it really hard, but the great thing about America is it's all optional. It's not being shoved in your face yet. It's not being shoved in your face, a social credit system, and people are taking it way too much for granted. I wish I was a little bit older because I know that I would have learned this sooner and I would be in a better place right now, a better position to not get killed. So yeah, there is no top 5 tricks. I'm gonna redo that actually. So yeah, there is no top 5 tricks to cure your depression. Top 3 reasons why I'm not depressed anymore. No, there's only one reason. I decided to take action. That's it. When you make yourself proud, and you know what makes yourself proud. When you make yourself proud, you feel it immediately. You understand immediately what you just did. And you become happy. Usually people become happy when they're on vacation because they throw these fantasies at themselves of what their life should be. This is just a video that I wanted to concrete make so I never have to talk about this again. Or maybe in the future I could. And how maybe related to weight. You're depressed because you're a fat, lazy piece of shit. Like I was. I have bulk face right now, so I'm not proud of it, but I had to bulk to get my metabolism up. It's just, ugh, whatever. I can't wait to cut and be lean again. Well, I wasn't even that lean because I couldn't cut. I had to bulk, whatever. So now I look like fatter. But that's like the one way that I'd probably talk about this subject again. I think it's extremely important. I feel like deep down, everyone knows why they're depressed. You always get these random people, especially when it comes to like things like losing weight or like talking to girls or something. It's usually those two subject people are always thinking there's some complicated answer when it's just simple, right? They'll always walk up to you and go, how do you talk to girls? Or how do I lose weight? Like they don't know. How do I lose weight? Well, you just eat less. It's not complicated. You don't have to be a genius. The simple answer is you're too lazy to pay attention to yourself, to give yourself respect. That's why people do not respect fat people, which is changing in modern society because of fat acceptance, all this fucking bullshit. Satan is, yeah, bullshit. But it's as simple as that. Losing weight, doing all this is a matter of self-respect. And people have a higher respect for a person who has higher self-respect for themselves than a person who wallows in their self-pity, who decides to game all day and waste their fucking life. I have a lot more respect for people that I see who are not viewed as high up in, like, I'll just talk about my school because I just graduated. But there is a person who nobody likes. Nobody. People will know who I'm talking about too, because I'm making this as much for them as other people, because I know people gossip about me, because if you decide you want to make something out of your life, people will notice and they will try to fucking bring you down with chains, but I don't, it's affecting me. Obviously it's affecting me because nobody like wants to be judged wrong, but that's just a part of life. You can't go out there saying that I don't give a fuck what people think about me. You do give a fuck what people think about you. But the more self-respect you have, the more you're like, those opinions don't matter because I know you don't have self-respect for yourself. Thank you, David Goggins. There's a kid in my school that I just graduated from that nobody likes. That is because for his entire life, he was lazy, weird. I'm really paranoid right now. That is because he was lazy, fat, weird, or what people think of as weird, which is usually what makes someone great. He was a dickhead to everyone, honestly. But then again, people were dickheads to him constantly, including me, and everyone still, makes fun of him, bullies him because they're childish and they don't want to focus on themselves. I feel like I'm the only person who notices that he is trying. Just like me, just like I have changed, even though I wasn't nearly as bad as him, or at least in my view I wasn't, which honestly might have been. But people change. So nobody shows respect for this guy, even though he's trying. He looks like a loser, obviously, because when you change, you always end up looking like a loser. It's all fake confidence and shit like that, but you fake it until you make it, right? So this guy is in the hallway, bouncing, trying to look confident like a little mafia boss. Everyone laughs at him, and I'm the only one, or at least I'm the only one that I've ever talked to who noticed it, who can tell that he's trying to change, and I don't know why nobody respects him for that, because I do, even though I don't like him, and I don't hold grudges. So if he were to show up as a changed man, I wouldn't be friends with him, but I'm not gonna be a fucking dickhead to him for no reason. People change. I don't think he's depressed anymore, because he's working to better himself. He's trying to work his mental mind. He's trying to improve himself mentally, make himself healthier mentally. Maybe he fucking meditates now. Maybe he walks in the woods. Who knows? But I can tell that he's trying to up his confidence, his charisma, and yeah, he looks like a loser doing it, but we all do. But he knows that in the long run, he has to. The only way to live his life is to do that. And guys notice that, sometimes too late. Sometimes when in their mid-20s, they realize it, or maybe they never realize it, and then they end up like the average person you see driving a car out there. And please, if you want to see the average man nowadays, go out on a little drive, not in California or Florida or whatever, where you always see Mustangs and fucking Corvette Stingrays. No, go outside and see the average guy driving a car. Literally just take a picture of it. If you want to, use an AI or something. I don't know. Figure out the average face of that guy. It's definitely fat. Figure out if they look happy, if they look confident. No, they always look fucking depressed. The average man is depressed because he's not doing anything with his life. It doesn't even matter if you end up somewhere. Honestly. Well, to fulfill this part of your life, it does. I could be doing this for 10 plus years. I know I'm smart enough to achieve this in way less than 10 plus years. But I could be, and I'd be happy that entire time because I'm working towards my goal. I'm working towards my purpose. That's what some people just don't understand. This guy is probably going to be doing this for the rest of his life, and he's going to be seen as happy his entire rest of his life, whatever. Well, he's probably still mad because of certain reasons, but that's because he's a little bit too stupid. Kind of want to coach him. Kind of little, lotta, yeah, I want to coach him. Free money, and it helps the person. Well, it's not free money. I love coaching people. That's why I want that. Yeah, YouTube, private coaching, weight loss and shit. Yeah, dieting, help. But he's probably going to be happy for a very long time. So honestly, I have more respect for him, who got gifted horrible fucking genetics. Besides the fat, but horrible genetics as a fucking unibrow. And is lazy, was lazy at least, still is lazy because he hasn't, lost all his fucking fat, or any for that matter, I think. But I have respect for him because at least he's changing. The only way for a person to not be depressed, at least for a man, I'm not sure what it is for a woman, The hormones seem to be in charge of that. But for a man, constantly working towards a goal, a purpose, a reason to fucking live. I'm not sure where I'm gonna end up in my life, but I sure as hell won't stop until I've achieved what I want to achieve. And because of that, I'm not depressed. I'm extremely euphoric. So, for the people who are watching this channel, who have gained some respect for me because of my obvious attempts at trying, we'll see what's to come. I don't know if I'm gonna make another channel for this and then just have this be my personal thoughts and opinions, because I would love to have one of those types of channels, and then make another one to strictly for sales and business. I'm not sure yet, but life's good. And no matter where I am, where I would be happy. If we want to get nerdy for a second, if we want to go back to school, even though I hate school, I'm a fucking nerd. Newton's third law of motion is for every action is an equal and opposite reaction, and then there's also the law of inverse proportions. The reason why I'm bringing this up is when people say that depression is a chemical imbalance. Even my brother believes that. My friend said something very, very intelligent the other month. I think it was last month. He said to me, when he was explaining to one of our friends, talking about depression and how they said it was a chemical imbalance, and how we believe it's a chemical imbalance, quote unquote. He said that it is not the chemical imbalance that causes depression. It is depression that causes the chemical imbalance. And that just fucking hit me. Like, I've always known from things that I've learned that you should always follow the laws of the universe. And yeah, that sounds nerdy, but like, the universe is all math. It's all predictable. If you understand the laws of the universe and how it works, you'll come to understand how everything works. The reason why your depression causes a chemical imbalance is because of the law of inverse proportions. The chemical imbalance and depression are one and the same. Recording? Okay. Hiya. I didn't really explain that well. I'm editing right now. God damn. Okay. Anyways. So, the reason why the law of inverse proportions is, so important is because whenever there is one thing, yin, there is a yang. I also talk about in the video, maybe I should read into Buddhism, and that's how this thought got into my mind and shit, is the process of yin and yang, inverse proportions. Opposite reaction equal, yeah. So basically, on a fundamental level, if you do things that force you to be unhappy, force pain into your life, you will feel pleasure. That is why doing things like... What the fuck are you yawning at? My dog's yawning at me. Okay. That is why if you do things like exercise, right after you exercise, you will feel pleasure. But if you do things that give you pleasure, like if I were to look up fucking Pornhub on this right now and start going... What will I feel? What is the only thing I will feel? Pain! Yes, sir. So that was just one example of the law of that was just one example of the law of inverse proportions at its, whim. I'm really struggling here. Anyways, back to the video. Yeah, enjoy the greenery. Chaos and control and order are one and the same. When you come to realize these truths about reality, it becomes a lot more simple to live. And you start to piece together everything. And also, if you're gonna ask me, what is the meaning of life? Shut the fuck up. Well, I'll be back when I have my equipment. Manipulation, we love it. Time to find my blue ocean, as they say.
It's actually a red ocean, you fucking idiot. The ocean is blue. Dumb.
Well, I hope that after this you won't be depressed because you'll actually listen and take action like I did. And realize that no matter where you end up in life, it is much better to be happy, to be not depressed, than it is to sit there and wallow in self-pity. There will be a little bit of space between the next video, and then after that, we'll see where I am in half a year, 2 years, 3 years, and we'll see when I decide to start taking fighting seriously, because that is something that is going to come in the future. Yeah, I could have done an easy route and, you know, had some connections built up, do a little engineering thing so I can create a contracting business and then make that a multi-six-figure business to create me $20 million when I'm dead. But too little for me, honestly. I'm way more ambitious than that bullshit. So yeah, I may fail. I'm going to fail over and over again. But I'll eventually get there. That pimple's really fucking annoying. Bye-bye.